4 to 5 seconds. Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Outer Worlds. I couldn't sleep, even though I tried, so we're just going to play a bit more of this until I can either A, fall asleep, or B, just stay up for 24 hours. Alright, Parvati, let's see what you can do.
Here we go!
Fucking missed. We good? Good. Got some wreckage. Kill a few assholes. Everybody dead over here? Maybe something. Light ammo. Yeah, I guess that replaces what I just used, but super useful. Okay. I'm guessing that's the geothermal. Yeah. Looks like it, yep. Here you go. Is indeed. We're not going there yet. I'll gladly take it all.
Watch out!
What? Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh. Okay. There we go. We good now? Ah. During adventure, things may happen to your character that you can trigger a flaw offer. Taking the flaw is optional, but doing so provides you with a perk. The choice is yours. Cynophobia. Mulch many times by cannons, you get the jitters every time one's attacking, making you less effective. Dexterity -1, perception -1, and temperament -1. Nope. 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 That would be terrible. That'd be absolutely fucking terrible for my character. Anything that minuses dexterity is a death sentence. This was named. This guy was fucking named. Corrosion damage. And impact damage. I mean, Jesus Christ. Pop another one just to be on the safe side in case any more of these fuckers pop up. God damn, that was rough. Wow. That actually had me worried for a minute. Speaking of being worried. Assault rifle? No. But light assault rifle? Yes. Granted, it does less damage, but it uses light ammo instead of heavy ammo, and heavy ammo I want to save. Because that uses heavy ammo. $142 or 73. I'll go with the impact hammer. I can do a heavy attack. How do you do a heavy attack? Combat. Melee power attack. By holding the attack button. I guess this doesn't have it. Oh well. It's still really good. Although having an axe would be fun too. Gotta admit. But yeah, melee weapons, emergency only. I have a feeling this is an area of questionable worth. Damn, that's definitely worth it. What killed these guys? Something murdered these people. Don't know what, and right now, don't really care.
Dang, that's impressive.
Scorched Journal. After sneaking parts out of the industrial sector for a couple of days, I think I finally have everything I need to build my own flying death machine. However, upon closer inspection, I'm not entirely sure all of these components will fit together properly. It's not like the board would build the mechanicals with custom tool parts, right? Everything would have to be modular for all these mechanicals to run efficiently. I'll tool around with things for a bit and see what I can put together. After a few hours of experimentation, things are starting to come together, but I still don't have it down to an exact science. For instance, there's something wrong with the memory processing core that I can't seem to sort out. When I tried to install it, the unit made a loud buzzing sound and refused to respond to any feedback. I removed it, whacked it with a wrench a few times, and that seemed to stop the buzzing. Things seemed like they were working for a few seconds after I installed it again, but now there's a sharp clicking noise every few seconds. The damn thing's right stabilizer won't stop twitching. I'll try moving the processing core again and giving it a few more good whacks. That'll learn it. Indeed. Did it, though? Did it learn it? Because it seems like you're dead. So, with a plasma rifle, energy cells, and things of that nature. Granted, we could sleep, but we won't. Selecting your moves time forward. In Supernova difficulty, you only rest in your bed and on your ship. Oh wow, really? That's a hell of a restriction. Parts. Take all these. Boop. Okay. That wasn't so bad. Anything here? Or is this just a giant building? Nothing. I mean, I would assume it's connected, but Oh, I'm an idiot. That's the kitchen. Wow. I'm stupid. What do we got? Heavy ammo. Ooh, I got shot. And light ammo. La da da. Da 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 da.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
Hello, disgrace.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
I'm looking for Adelaide. I
Answers,
need some
huh?
answers.
You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
Reed said something about former workers living out in the
Yeah,
wilderness.
that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
You wouldn't happen to know about anything about a geothermal
A
plant
geo
nearby.
what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
You and me both. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to repair my
Well,
ship.
look at you, buzzing around the Aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
I'll keep an eye
It's not
out.
like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Unless Marauders got her, then parts of her could be in a lot of places.
Could do without the gallows humor.
Sorry. We're gonna
Over
find
in the
Adelaide.
hothouse, tending crop. I'll tell you
Questions
what I
about
can.
Zoe. How well do you
enough
know
to
her?
know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
You seem so personable. Can't imagine how you didn't get on with
She
her.
was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own.
Any idea where she
Vex
might
me.
hide?
If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already.
You snooped around in her
Little
room?
ways ago. She was always obsessing over her serial dramas. Wanted to see what the fuss was about.
Maybe the Marauders
Could
took
be.
her?
Dangers aplenty out there. No telling why marauders would steal somebody like Zoe. Got no useful skill as far as I could tell.
Well, I could think of a reason. But it's like... You're literally living in a wasteland. Not a lot of things you can do for fun. Any chance you could point me somewhere specific, not
Marauder
just out
gang
there?
just moved into the districts a little ways east. Their numbers are growing. Gotta come from somewhere.
Hold on, guys. Let's change
What
the
is it?
subject. I'll leave you be. Goodbye, Grace.
Keep your
Hello?
wits about you, friend.
Indeed I shall. Grace Parvati, shh. Don't open the door. Stay there, Parvati. For the love of God, don't open the door. For any reason. Parvati, she's gonna do a circuit of the town. Like we always do.
You hungry?
Hello,
We
sir.
got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with?
I've told one of your numbers gone
You
missing.
mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
Tell me a little about
Zoe
her.
was always obsessed with this cereal. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Well, good news for you, sonny boy. I'm not. I asked one question. Was she acting strange before she disappeared?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
What was that about surprising Zoe?
The other day, I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
What happened on the day Zoe disappeared?
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found.
Okay,
Hey,
hold
I
on,
got
there's something
time.
else. Tell me about those,
Fresh off the limb,
things you
and that
were
includes
selling.
canid meat.
What can oh dear God, so many tripsticks and stuff. I don't need a stun baton, I don't need an axe, I don't need a trip blade, I don't need that trip blade. I don't need that. I got three fucking bolter pistols, are you kidding me? 2 plasma rifles too? Gods. Patched low pressure helmet. Well, time for the great sell of food. Didn't get it. These have no purpose since we're hunting supernova. That's great though. Ding, 3,000. Sure you've got a lot of goodies in here, huh, Stefan? You are a restorer after all. Items. I just stole that in front of everybody. So glad my reputation didn't go down.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
Indeed. Thank you. Please leave. Thank you. Goodbye. Drop. Nothing? Okay, so now we've got this area. Damn it. Where do you keep getting There we go. That's everything of value for me. Oh, hello, lockers. Take all that. Thank you very much. Thug kit. Like how there's a kit where you can literally just be, yeah, I'm a thug now. Gotta live that thug life. Alright, personnel files. 15 hack, come on now. Silent Spring. McDevitt. Personnel files. First entry. May the Eternal bless my first endeavor. It's been 2 days since I walked away from life at the Edgewater Cannery. Fortuitously, the old botanical labs are still operational. The soil's sour. Mostly. I'll do what I can, but I'm going to need some powerful fertilizer. Tired of having the taste of saltuna linger on my tongue day in, day out. I want something fresh. Something that grows out of the earth. Last entry. We found another worker from Edgewater. Well, ex-worker now. Desertion rates must be climbing. I'm not terribly surprised. Reed's style of management has always been tyrannical. I imagine an exodus is brewing. At any rate, the worker was in a sorry state. Fever, shallow breathing, delirious. Must have been plagued. I set him right with a diet of greens. He was all better in a couple weeks. Physically, spiritually, he's one of our flock now. Experimental notes? Experimental notes, first entry. One sec, guys. I am hereby repurposing this botanical lab from its original conception as a gear in the soulless automaton of the corporate machine. This greenhouse may look impressive, but like all Spacer's Choice products, it's cheap and unreliable. I shall have to make some repairs with my own 2 hands. This place shall become a nursery. Before it was abandoned, I understand the horticulturists failed to produce a single viable crop, something about the soil being too poor. I am determined to find a way. May the Eternal smile upon my endeavors. Experimental notes, last entry. Flora are living things, as sensitive to their environment as any breathing, thinking body. I contend that the crops in this region failed because the corporate scientists tending to them are cold, heartless, inhumane people, acting on behalf of a sterile and inhuman power. One cannot expect your crops to flush with green and reach for the sky under these conditions. The soil is sour, it's true. I don't quite know how to explain that. I am sure the scienticians will say something about biology or the carbon cycle. But I can conclude, after months of my own experimentation, that the secret to a rich and wholesome garden is love, attention, compassion, and a natural fertilizer bursting with organic materials, just as nature intended. Hey, it's good. They got crops up and running. Impressive. I didn't expect that. I thought there was a dead body.
Gosh, it's so pretty.
It is. It's beautiful. Hey, Lana. I should be, but I can't. I'm not able to sleep. I haven't been able to sleep for weeks, so... You know, such is life. But that means more streams. So, here we are. Yeah, the stress is getting to me.
If you're hungry,
As is the
there's meat
depression.
turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
I have a question. You must be Adelaide.
Have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
In an old spittoon. But it's been cleaned. How wonderful. Give me 1 sec. I gotta open my window. It's hot. I have returned. Is this your greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life
Thank
is
you,
the
Lana.
gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
I'm surprised you managed to grow anything
The
out
soil
here.
around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Looks like you've made a home for yourself out
A
here.
home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Why did you leave your old
It
home?
is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Reed sent me to make
Reed
peace with you.
Hobson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Oh, I'm sorry, Lana. Don't let your phone die. Reed asked you to consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Reed asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned a geothermal plant.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Your camp has a power regulator. I need it to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
Well, you know, what have you got against the town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's Choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
I don't much like you throwing that in her face to get me on your side.
I'm all right. I ain't so fragile.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear.
What do you have against people trying to make a living?
It's not much of a living. Every single person in that town has sold themselves to Spacer's Choice. The company owns them. Body, blood, and bones. You've been there. You've seen it. All anyone ever does is toil over a cannery. They give their lives for some heartless corporation, and then they're tossed into a Spacer's Choice brand cemetery.
Let's say I help you. What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
You think Reed's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
I'll consider
I
it.
trust you will listen to your conscience. Anything else I can do for you?
When we first talked, you assumed I'd come to live here.
I'm getting old, you know. These two lamps of mine are not as bright as they once were. Or I might have seen you for what you are.
I don't... And what's
Remains
that?
to be seen. Might be the man that saves the Veil. Might be Reed's personal gun hand.
Save the
People
Veil?
around here lack the strength to effect change. Or they have the strength, but not the will. You seem to have both.
Why are you telling me all of this?
A little prattling never hurt anyone,
Okay,
dear.
Lana.
You might even catch a little sense, if you listen close enough. I can't stop you from conducting your business down at the plant. I just want you to know that if you take our power away, you will have brought an end to our way of life.
You could always continue your way of life back in town. Reed's making an offer in good faith. You should consider it.
If you think Reed does anything in good faith, then you are asking to be lied to.
Take your time, Lana. You could always continue your way of life back in town.
Watch. He and I would come to blows within a day, and he would never tolerate my tending to a garden. This is my home. It will be my home even if Reed cuts our power. Simple as that.
You and Reed obviously have some sort of
That's
history.
because Reed was my boss. I was the cannery's one and only flavor specialist, you see. Remember that limited run of white chocolate saltuna? That was all me.
There's obviously more to it than that.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
I'm guessing Reed has his own side of that
I
story.
could not possibly care less if he does. But you're surely welcome to ask him.
We've talked enough. We've got to try and find a way.
I'm listening.
This might sound strange, but I don't know where I am.
That's not strange at all, dear. Few of us truly know where we are. The world can seem like a forest without end, and it is all too easy to lose one's way. But we must remember that being lost is the first step in discovering yourself.
Not the answer I was expecting, but you still cheered me up.
Glad I could help, dear. A sadness of the heart brings sickness upon the whole body. Are you not feeling well? Ought to lay your head down if you're running fever.
I was kidnapped by a crazy scientist and shot into space, but thanks for asking.
That sounds like fever talk, all right. So why am I tempted to believe you? Where did you say you were from?
I didn't say. I arrived here from Earth. Does the Hope ring any bells?
Is that a new settlement of some kind? I haven't kept news from outside the Veil.
You've never met anyone from the Hope. There are thousands on that ship.
Oh, dear. I see what's happening. You've been taking Adrena time. That stuff will burn right through your upper story. Leave you raving and babbling. You ought to try some of my purgative tea. Won't cure what ails you, but it will distract you for a spell.
You don't believe me?
Maybe I do. I don't know yet. Growing up, I heard my folks talking about the Hope. Always believed it was just a story we told ourselves to keep our spirits up. Listen, don't you worry about what I think. That's not important. Worry about what the board thinks of you going around talking about lost ships from decades past.
I'm not afraid of the board.
But the board may have reason to fear you.
I haven't done anything wrong.
You carry on about coming here from another world, and people will talk. Talk leads to questions. Ask enough questions, and the board comes answering. I'm listening.
Let's talk about something else. I should go. Damn it.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Who? Where? Up there? Well, I guess I haven't gone through here yet. Hello, deserter.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
You can leave.
Nicely done.
Don't talk, poor body. Please. Tense enough doing this shit as it is. That was alright. That was an alright yield, I guess. What's up here? Hello, deserter. Wait, thank you. Bunch of nanners. Do-do, do-do, ba-do.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
I shall try. Take everything that's not nailed down. Looks good to me. How many more mag picks do I have? 10. It's not bad. Where's this Thomas guy? Don't think we've gone over here yet. Can't do it. Okay. So, over here. Workbench discovered? What? Here? Hello, deserter.
Gosh, that's clever.
There's that. Ah, hello, Thomas.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
Well, I'm just trying to get my ship off the ground.
Never heard it phrased in such a way before. I guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground, ain't we? Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Never too late to start learning. I can give you a couple of pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Today's your lucky day, Thomas. I've got one of those data pads you wanted.
No kidding! Really? Well, which one?
Part 2. Found it in the cannery.
That's just ironical. If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special, on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
I'll let you know if I find any others.
I'd be glad to take them off your hands. What's on
I
your
want to
mind?
ask you something. How long have you lived
Couple
here?
months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
What were you doing out in
We
the
all
wilderness?
left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go, mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... oh, this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
I should go before this gets any more awkward. I'm hoping that if we get the deserter's reputation up enough, that I can convince her to come back. Could try talking to search Zoe's home for clues. I guess I did miss something, didn't I? Zoe's journal, page 12. So that's it then. No more Edgewater for me. No more cannery. No more jumpsuits and gloves. Yes, ma'ams, and would you lack in others. I don't know why I'm writing this down for posterity's sake, because I've always hated the cannery, and I don't think I'll ever have to look back to this journal many years hence. And tell myself, oh wow, I did hate the Veil once, didn't I? Just because I got sick. Everybody gets sick. Well, okay, I got sick and I grabbed a little too much Adrena time. Is that really a crime? I gotta treat myself when I'm sick, don't I? Whatever happened to personal responsibility and surviving by one's own bootstraps? Oh, but you misappropriate one box of Adrena time and suddenly you're committing larceny. Well, today's the day, Zoe. Today's the day you take your destiny into your own hands. I've been listening to Grace talk about the Marauder threat. Bands of wild, free-spirited bandits living in camps out in the hills, warming themselves by the light of barrel fires, probably mounted the heads of their enemies on spikes as a warning to folk like me. Living a life of comfort and ease, free of any rules. I bet they could take the whole region if they were organized. I've been tucking away some of Adelaide's food, and I've got some spare cans of salt tuna. Should last me a couple of weeks if I ration. Got some Adrena time, too. Everybody loves Adrena time. Even Marauders, right? I got odds this Marauders will let me throw in with them if I dangle a couple of syringes of Adrena time before their eyes. This is going to be great. Look out, Terra 2. Bandit Queen Zoe's origin story has just begun. I'm going to have a whole gang of Marauders at my beck and call. Maybe I can even store some Rizzos. Oh dear. We should probably talk to Grace. Or find Zoe. Nice.
What is it? I'll tell you.
Questions about Zoe.
What is...
Nope, never mind. See you in a bit. I'm gonna go talk to Reed. Maybe I can do something about them not wanting to come back. Because we have that story about her son. Okay, let's talk to Reed.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
Something got you down?
Nothing.
Salt tuna everywhere.
If you could see your way to getting us our...
I want to talk to you about something. You seem pretty fixed on bringing Adelaide back to town.
Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a Saltuna canning institution. Saltuna without flavor is like a cysty pig without tumors, borderline inedible.
Don't you be able to eat anything other than
Word up
Saltuna?
to me, friend. I'd stack our larders with Saltuna galore. No other brand of Saltuna adds as much vim or vigor to the body's humors. But, and this is something we must keep between the two of us, Saltuna is hard to come by, what with being a species indigenous to the seas of another world.
Hang on, so what are you canning here exactly?
Oh, we've scavenged together some organic material from the surrounding environs. Mostly organic, mostly local mushrooms. Some of which possess a texture akin to a well-boiled slab of Saltuna. The difference is all but impossible to detect to any but the prissiest of palate.
Let me ask something else. Have you taken a look around your town
lately? It is
lately?
my job to keep two eyes on my town. I am the steward of this place, and this is my watch post.
Your town is falling to pieces.
I wish you wouldn't say things like that.
You disagree?
Yes, as a matter of fact. When I stand at my window and look out over my town, here's what I see. I see decent, loyal, hard-working people. I see a family. We are all part of the Spacer's Choice family. We are all doing what we were brought into this world to do.
How long
I'm
have you worked
trying to
here?
remember, 25 years, 26. When you get to my age, the years just rush by. You stop counting altogether. I remember looking out this window and seeing the veils spread out from horizon to horizon. We were a sprawling town. We were booming. Times change, people change, but the Veil will always be here. Spacer's Choice will always be here. Our work won't ever end. I take comfort in that.
You're loyal to Spacer's Choice.
This is a Spacer's Choice town. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. The company keeps us warm, keeps us fed, keeps us working. Loyalty's got nothing to do with it, friend. This is good old-fashioned gratitude.
I should go. It requires Reed's key to unlock. Guessing I could get that if I killed him.
Got it. Inside voices.
Yeah, Parvati. Inside voices. Alright, so we're going to go find Zoe. Who I'm assuming is quite a ways away. Dun da 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 da. The bandits here were all dead earlier. Got him. Good job, Parvati. You did really well, hon. Congratulations.
Huh? Come out! Incoming!
Uh-oh. That was a problem. That was a problem that I wasn't expecting. Start burning people.
That's the last of them.
Good job, Parvati. Once again, coming through. Encumbered. Cannot sprint or fast travel while encumbered. Sell, drop, or break down items in your inventory. Blah, 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 blah. So close to leveling up. Then I can add that extra 50 carry weight. take all that. Don't know what I took because it wouldn't show. Salt tuna. Trick cheese. What else do we got? Ooh, mag picks. Yay. Sweet.
That was quick.
Decent stuff. Decent stuff. Spacer's Corona. I'll take all of this stuff.
I wish I could do that.
Don't worry, Parvati. With enough training, you too can pick locks like a pro. Hatchets. And a decent amount of stuff. After repeatedly falling from great heights, you no longer function well when the ground is far beneath you. Acrophobia. No. Burn away. I'll take all that. Community center. I feel like this is where we needed to go for one of our quests. Did I discover this place to fast travel to? I can. Good. That means we go here. And we go to the general store. Sell absolutely everything we're not using. Bum, 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 bum. Bam. General store is over here.
Heard something outside the walls today.
Nothing for us outside those walls. You ought to know that.
I'm not allowed in here. Not since the vending machine incident.
Holcomb, got my eye on you, girl. Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident.
What incident?
Ask her if you care. I'm running a business here.
I won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
Let me,
Music to my ears.
Well, really, what I'm selling. Don't do this. I really don't need all these armors. I'll probably take that. You know what? Before we do that, let's go through our inventory. Let's see what we got. Sneak. Level 7 and tech skills. I could actually wear that and negate the stealth penalty with extra armor, but I won't. Okay, I don't need this anymore. Few of those. Weapons, okay. We're just finding everything everywhere. I need a bolter pistol.
It's not the best. Music to my ears.
There we go. Maxwell, one-handed melee. For some reason you think this hammer should be silver. Maxwell the Silver Hammer was built with a little extra weight for crushing hits to the head and other weak spots, but isn't well balanced for smooth swings. So this is the way of life. Don't really need any of that.
Work your job. Music to my ears.
I should probably repair all I have equipped, though. Yeah, it's only 250. It's fine. There we go.
Another day at the cannery.
Now how are we looking? 33 out of 90? It's not bad.
Don't go knocking your work.
Okay. I should make some coffee. I'm about to pass out. Come on. Geothermal power plant, botanical lab, community center. This is going well. Now, let's see if we have... Oh, really? He's not... Well, at least we can get the thing from in here. Better than nature. I don't think that's how it intended to be. Oh my god. They're fucking everywhere. And they can see me.
Hear that?
Incoming!
Carl! Carl!
Parvati, why? Tino makes the best gear for your friends and family. Companion perks. Companion is leveled up and creating a new perk. Go to the companion page and that's your Oh, we leveled up too. Okay, sweet. So we're going to do some more into tech and engineering. Then we're going to start going into stealth once these hit 50. I'll start dumping everything into stealth and dialogue. Guns are fine. Yep. Okay. Parvati, you leveled. You got a perk. Yes. Apply. Now what are my skills? 52.
That's the last of them. Oh! Not working.
Kill everyone. Parvati, how did you manage that? Crafting. That's all I need from in here. Plain and pure water. There we go. Oh, vending machines. Spacer's choice. Unlock the first aid room key. Don't know how I got that, but hey. Experimental anthracillin. There we go. Turn in the medicine. I haven't decided who I'm doing that to yet. Beep, beep. Big cartridges, spacer's trial. Let's see what we got in here. Hack 30, encode first aid keycard. Keycard encoded. History of Emerald Vale exhibit. Synopsis. The history of the Emerald Vale, once complete, will display the proud heritage of our settlement for generations to come. Decorating the main hall of our noble community center, this elaborate diorama of memorabilia of our settlement's founding will embody the hard-working spirit of our Spacer family. The centerpiece of this grand exhibit will be a taxidermied Mantiqueen, erected within our main lobby as a sign of civilization's victory over nature itself. I'm guessing that's over here. Beep. Coming soon, feast your eyes on the crate-frilled Mantiqueen, sovereign of her nest, imported from the wilds of Terra 1 to thrill and excite your imagination. But there's nothing in there yet. Canids can be found all over the Emerald Vale in two distinct varieties: domesticated and feral. Feral canids hunt in packs, while domesticated canids can be loyal companions. It is important to remember that the canid is still a wild animal and should be treated with caution. Primals. This display, fashioned to resemble a pair of mighty primals, required extensive field research. Let us have a moment of silence for the researchers who gave their lives in the pursuit of authenticity. Sad times. I'm guessing that's Saltuna. Saltuna. If the ocean and rivers are the heart and veins of the Emerald Vale, then Saltuna is our highly profitable blood. These meaty fish live in the ocean and migrate upstream during mating season. Saltuna are simulporous, which means they perish after a single reproductive episode. That's when our trusty Spacer's Choice harvesters scoop up their corpses to be cleaned, processed, canned, and delivered straight to your dinner table. Oh, that's nasty. Oh, I'll take those. I'll take those. Those, you're not using them anymore. I'll take the spaceship. Yet another game where I can collect model spaceships. How wonderful. Get back here, rat. Just a waste of ammo? Probably. Do I care? Nope. I'll take that zero cheaper. Sweet.
Nice.
First aid room key. How the fuck did I get the first aid room key here? Never mind. Probably doesn't matter. What do we got? Messages. Rosenberg. Everyone, the keycard encoder in the lobby is back up and running. Hopefully it won't go on the fritz again and start shooting keycards at anyone who walks by. As a reminder, in case it does break down again, you can borrow a keycard from the director or one of the workers in the second floor office if you lose your card. Director Pickett, I must lodge a complaint. Your obsession with this Mantiqueen is wasting all of our budget and holding up development on the entire exhibit. This has to stop. From Hunters and Trackers. Hello, Mr. Pickett. This letter is to update you regarding your request for one adult Mantiqueen. As you may remember, our trackers discovered a beautiful specimen out in the wild. Per your approval, we deployed a team of our highly skilled hunters to kill it for you. We regret to inform you that the entire team has perished. Please expect an invoice from our office including the cost of their gravesite fees as stipulated in our contract. Additionally, we must ask you to cover the cost of all equipment damaged, corroded, dissolved, eaten, or digested, partially or otherwise. Thank you for your patronage, and please allow me to offer you the opportunity to purchase a second hunting expedition at a 10% discount. I look forward to hearing from you. Sincerely, Hunters and Trackers Ltd., partnered with Wildlife Eradication Society, a wholly owned subsidiary of Universe Defensive Logistics. Hunters and Trackers Limited, teaching the fauna of Halcyon the cruel realities of existence. Well, there's the budget. Yeah. Weapon parts. Ammo. Got so much ammo now. Now we go to the second floor. This is where the fun happens. Big cartridge. Take that. Mechanical engineering. Here we go. Bracelets, all that fun stuff. Okay, time to go. One second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Just had a message from my bank I had to take care of. It's Edgewater. Are we hit? What fucking thing are we doing? I used to be in the town of Edgewater. You found the first. You found the second. Cannery. Cannery unusable. Yeah, I did that. Let's go find Zoe. And she is a ways away. Ow. But why? Why are there mines everywhere? The fuck's so special with this area? They wanted us to not go through this door, but already cleared out the entire area. No point going back. Let's go find Zoe. Primal nest? What? Where?
Not a peep from me.
Parvati, don't be stupid.
Nice hit.
There we go.
Nice hit. Nice one.
There you go, Parvati. We did it. I don't know why I thought that would heal her. I don't have to put the character yet. Yeah, I think I'm good. I think I'm done for the day. You streamed a while, and it is time for me to go because I'm fucking exhausted. But next time, we take care of these guys. Until then, guys, take care. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.